Pokeball, get him! Yeah, I got you. Welcome, sit on down. Today's a special day. The world of Pokemon is such a wonderful world. So many Pokemons to catch and so many possibilities for a team of 6 Pokemons.
I wanna be
Today, most precisely, we'll be looking at the character of Misty, the Water-type master, and her influence on the American young generation that watched Misty in the very beginning of Pokemon. Hello there, welcome to the Guccino's Bazaar, and I am your host, the Guccino. Welcome to the channel, how you doing? I post 2 videos every week, one on Tuesday and one on Friday. Tune in for those. Hopefully the theme of this video will entertain you at least for a bit, and I'm looking forward to reading you down in the comments below. Oh, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. The world of Pokemon is a beautiful world, and just to let you know how beautiful it is, I will give you a little definition of the world of Pokemon. The world of Pokemon is set in a world in which humans coexist with creatures called the Pokemons. It all started from the beginning with Pokemon Red and Blue, which contained 151 types of Pokemons.
I'm Dexter, a Pokedex programmed by Professor Oak for Pokemon trainer Ash Ketchum of the town of Pallet. My function is to provide Ash with information and advice regarding Pokemon and their training. If lost or stolen, I cannot be replaced. Pidgey is a flying Pokemon. Among all the flying Pokemon, it is the gentlest and easiest to capture. A perfect target for the beginning Pokemon trainer to test his Pokemon's skills.
So basically, all these Pokemons have a type, going from water type, fire type, grass type, to even ghost types and legendary types. I know I'm skipping through a lot of types, but for the purpose of the video, I will just show you a little picture of all the types and you can pause the video. And since the creation of the Pokemon world, currently it's got more than 1,025 Pokemon species in total. Damn.
Eevee, the evolution Pokemon. It has the potential to evolve into any one of 3 different Pokemon.
Most Pokemons have been inspired from real-world animals or mythical creatures based on real-life stories. For example, Pikachu is a yellow mouse-like that possesses electric abilities with lightning bolt-shaped tails. And this world, as we said, contains Pokemons but humans as well. And those human beings in general, they are what we call trainers, with each their own goal. Some decide to become Pokemon trainers so that they can become potentially a Pokemon master after that. Some others decide to become a Pokemon nurse or something like that. Like, there's so many differences in the world of Pokemon. There's enough for everybody. And in the case of Misty, she first appeared as a gym leader in the Pokemon video game Pokemon Red and Blue, Pokemon Silver, and the remakes. In the anime, the Japanese voice actress is named Mayumi Lizuka, and her English voice actress is Michelle Knotts and Rachel Willis. And Rachel Willis was the most beautiful voice to ever voice Misty in Pokemon, in my opinion. Rachel Willis was an American voice actor and scriptwriter. She started dubbing the character of Misty since the first season of Pokemon started to air, and she continued to do so for 8 seasons straight. And in all this time, she also dubbed many more voices, and I hope you're ready because the list is long. She voiced Misty, Jessie, Jigglypuff, Vulpix, Goldeen, Torchic, Beautifly, Venonat, and many more that we may know and we may not know. That is the question. Before Pokemon and after Pokemon, Rachel Willis also voiced many characters in many shows, such as in Berserk, Fate Stay, Sonic X, Your Lie in April, Hunter x Hunter, and many more. Misty and Ash Ketchum first come across when she accidentally fishes him out and his Pikachu out of the water while fishing for water Pokemons.
Hey, I got a bite! Oh wow, I really think this could be a big one! Nah, it's just a kid.
Soon after this accident, Ash borrows her bike in an attempt to flee from a bunch of sparrows. The bike is later carbonized by an attack of Pikachu, and due to that, Misty tells Ash that she's not gonna let him go that easily and that he's gotta repay her for what he's done to her bike. And from there, she started to follow him, and from there, the story started. They traveled together, experienced many battles together, all the way to a city where there is a specific gym called the Cerulean Gym. Misty was the gym leader of the second badge, and the new challenger is Ash Ketchum. After a serious fight in between Ash and Misty, Misty lost the fight and she decided to join him on all of his journey to success. So Misty was traveling alongside the main character and Brooke for almost 5 seasons straight, and her only goal is to become the best water type trader / champion possible. And in those combats, trainers train their Pokemons to become the strongest ever possible, all the way to possibly even evolve them and bring them to an even higher state. The evolution, yeah.
Look!
Poliwag must be evolving. Just evolved into a Poliwhirl! Now I'm gonna have a totally new Poliwhirl and a totally new Totodile!
Mrs. character is a tomboy character who's very stubborn and trains super hard. Daisy, Lily, and Violet, and she actually left the gym to them when she's gone on an adventure with Ash. And even though she left the responsibility to her other sisters, she was still the leader of that gym. And once they started their adventure, the whole goal of the actual Pokemon world is to actually discover all the Pokemons you can so that you can complete the Pokédex, the encyclopedia of the Pokemon world. And that can only be achieved by at least looking or capturing or evolving a Pokemon or transferring a Pokemon.
Altaria? Altaria, the humming Pokemon. Altaria is the evolved form of Swablu. It uses its fluffy wings to catch updrafts and is known for its beautiful high-pitched song.
Misty at first started with a water Pokemon team based off of Goldeen and Staryu. Then through her journey, her experience, and her growth, she was able to get more Pokemons and get them stronger. And through that adventure, we can see that through Ash's dreams, it gives Misty enough confidence to actually believe in herself and actually conquer her own dreams at that point. And becoming the Water Master, she will truly become one day. And that is an advice from Misty right there. Never let a defeat get the best of you. Always learn from those situations. When you actually lose at something, it is actually an opportunity for you to learn how to not lose anymore and win later. The path to growing is big, and there's a lot of work to be doing to become the master that she became at the end of the series. And as a kid, as soon as you understand that, you understand other perspectives on life at that point, even as a kid. And we only can thank Misty for that. Through her adventures, Misty had many water Pokemons, and in total she had Staryu, Starmie, Krabby, Goldeen, Jigglypuff, Chinchou, Lantern, Gyarados.
Gyarados! I choose you!
Omanit, and a Suicune that she released. Oh, and she also cared for a Togepi since its birth. She had a very strong water team by the end of the adventures, and Misty truly became the water goat. The water god! Poseidon! Too much. We discovered that Misty has a very short temper through their adventures, with a stubborn temperament and a little patience.
Good morning.
Hello?
Oh, hi, Richie.
Is Ash there?
Well, yeah, but he's getting ready for the match.
You're that stuck-up little big-mouth Misty, are ya? Listen, lame-o, I didn't call to talk to you. Just get Ash and get lost!
Well, you can have him, you nasty little weasel! Here, Ash, Prince Charming wants to talk to you.
Who's that?
I should have known that kid was too good to be true.
But through the story, we can also see her other side, her more caring, sensible, and kind side, which is a very great side to be looking at. She is often described as an unusual, complete girl of the cartoon world. Nothing but sentimentality and her explosive rage, which contributes greatly to the series' success. And even though the series was concentrated on Ash's story, Misty, on the other hand, was a very distinct character on herself, especially to young women around the world. And unlike other aggressive female characters in the series, Misty did not have to give away her femininity to succeed, and that fully resonated with the young women around the world, especially over here in the West. In contrast, the Japanese children focused more on the individual Pokemons more than the characters themselves. And little FYI, in recent studies, it was shown that the reaction that boys and girls have towards the concept of Misty as a heroine of the series, girls in general were eager to actually associate themselves with the character of Misty and go along the adventure. But boys always tried to belittle her character in a way, and that is a shame on us. On the other hand, children of both genders felt the character alongside Brooke gave Ash a sense of identity and moral support, which researchers attributed to the concept of group identity. In other studies, children were also shown to associate the attributes of attractiveness and aggressiveness, while college students describe the character as romantic. I just find it weird and actually surprising that as a kid you have a specific perspective on a character. But as you grow old and as more concepts come through your mind, you start to have another perspective on that same character, and at the same time you become more prone to understand more things that you probably didn't understand while you were young. And as you see the story some kind of way, other people are gonna view it completely differently, and that is completely fascinating to see that one piece of art is actually going to be perceived differently by two different people. And in all of this story, I wanted to say RIP to one of the greatest voice actresses to ever dub the character in English of Misty. RIP to Rachel Lillis, dead of a breast cancer at the age of 55 years old. She gave us a few years that everybody will remember. She was the best Misty that Pokemon ever had. She inspired many around the world with her voice, and we can only be grateful. May she rest in peace. Sorry to end this video on a sad note, but hopefully you like the content of this video. Let me know down in the comments below what you think of the character of Misty in Pokemon, specifically the English voice dub Rachel Lillis. What do you think about her voice acting in the first seasons of Pokemon? And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you gladly in the next one. Peace.